You know, when I was younger, I honestly believed turning 50 would mean freedom. I pictured myself traveling the world, sipping coffee on Italian balconies, and maybe even retiring early with a big, "I've made it." That was the fantasy. But reality? Well, let me tell you. At 50, the bills don't magically disappear. The kids, they still need help sometimes more than ever. Education isn't cheap, houses aren't cheap, even groceries aren't cheap. And instead of lying on a beach, I'm still waking up to an alarm clock, hustling, working hard, and making sure everyone's taken care of. So no freedom at 50 wasn't quite the dream I imagined. But here's the part no one tells you: that's not the end of the story. See, freedom isn't about having endless money or a yacht parked outside. Freedom is about learning how to live smarter, how to take care of yourself, and how to enjoy this season of life, even with the challenges. Let me share a few things I've learned. First, budgeting is not punishment. When I was younger, I thought budgeting meant restricting myself, but now I see it as clarity. When you know where your money's going, you're in control, even if it's not much. I use simple apps. I write things down. And yes, I still treat myself to a little something here and there, because freedom isn't about deprivation. Second, start small, but start something. I used to think investments had to be huge: real estate, stock portfolios, all that complicated stuff. But honestly, even starting small with savings, side hustles, or a tiny garden on the balcony makes a difference. It gives you a sense of growth, and that matters at 50. Third, your health is your real wealth. If there's one thing I didn't fully appreciate in my 20s or 30s, it's how valuable energy is. At 50, if I don't move, stretch, eat right, and sleep, I feel it. Taking care of myself isn't optional anymore. It's the foundation for everything else. Fourth, keep learning. The world doesn't slow down, and if you stop learning, you fall behind. Whether it's new tech, new hobbies, or even just reading a good book, staying curious keeps me sharp and hopeful. Freedom comes from knowing I can adapt, not from knowing it all. And finally, don't measure your life only by money. Of course we need it. Of course we stress over it. But when I look around, at my children, my friends, my own resilience, I realize I'm richer than I thought. So yes, I'm still working. Yes, the bills still come. No, I'm not financially free. But in another way, I am free. Free to laugh at myself, free to make new choices, free to dream differently at 50 than I did at 20. Because life doesn't stop at 50, it changes. And sometimes that change is exactly the fresh start we need. So if you're watching this and thinking, "I thought I'd be further ahead by now," you're not alone. But remember, freedom isn't about waiting for life to finally get easy. It's about learning how to create joy, strength, and peace right here, right now. And that's the kind of freedom money can't buy.